So the other day, we were at the language exchange that we run, and it's during the time where we had to make an announcement. So I got everyone's attention. I stood up in front of maybe 60, 70 people, and I started, giving the announcement. And then all of a sudden, like right in front of me, Sean was sitting down, and this girl who, I think you just met her.
Yeah.
I never met her. She just starts attacking Sean. She hit him pretty good, and so Sean, what do you say that for a woman?
Nah.
Nah.
So we were just talking, and she asked me to give her an English name because she was Korean and she's learning English, and she wanted to like feel more in the spirit and get an English name. It's very common in Korea for people to use two names, their Korean name and their English name. So she had kind of like retro style, like old hair, and it looked like Marilyn Monroe. I thought it looked good. I was nothing against her hair. So I was thinking of names for her, and I pulled up, 40s style, like old style hair. And so she saw that I pulled that up on her phone, and she's like, "Are you saying I have old hair?" And I said yes, because I meant like old retro. And then all of a sudden, she looks at me, big eyes, and she's just like, back, hits me on the arm. And like at first, I didn't realize like I was gonna get hit that many times, but don't say that Korean girls have old style or look old. Don't do it.
Yeah, age is a big thing. Actually, surprisingly, weight is not a problem. You can say to a girl that, "Oh, did you gain weight?"
Yeah.
That's not a problem. They're just like, "Oh, really? Did I?" It's not like, "How dare you?" But if you talk about age is much more sensitive.
Yeah.
Right.
And remember, all this stuff is just our experience. So, other people have different experiences, but just in our experience. It's not fact, it's, anecdote.
Exactly.
Anyway, so I would say in general, avoid the age topic.
Avoid that.
Yeah.
I hate the game where you meet somebody and they say, "Hey, guess how old I am?" I'm like, "Fine."
Next question.
Just guess 5 to 10 years younger than you might think.
Yeah.
And then you're safe.
Say 18, you'll be good.
So
age, and what else? What else?
Looking kind of like what the word is, 바람둥이.
Yeah. What does that mean, Dave?
바람둥이 means like someone who's like the wind. And that means like someone who will come and go quickly. In other words, a playboy.
Player.
Right, a player.
Pimp, player.
It's just like the image should not be there.
Yeah, I have a story to go along with that. It's like, I don't know what it is about me, but sometimes girls just Korean girls kind of assume that like I have a lot of friends, and in particular have a lot of girl acquaintances. So off the bat, sometimes girls are like, "Oh, well, you must be so popular with girls." Maybe that's a compliment, but I don't know, maybe it's like the image or the vibe I give off. Anyway, it's always something that I'm teased about with close friends, like, "Oh, you were busy, oh, you forgot, oh, you can't remember, oh, you have too many girls." Like,
right, yeah. I've heard that about you too.
Exactly.
I think like, for example,
you didn't come to the meetup? Oh, you probably were on a date, right?
Right. Exactly. Well, when you laugh, when you are with people watching. Yeah. So they can see that guy right there. When you're like interacting with girls and you let out a big laugh, usually you like go in for the big touch, right?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
It's my style.
Like that, the big style is like, that's just who you are, right? That's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Very expressive that way, but like in Korea, you can't even touch a girl's shoulder without it being like a permission type thing.
바람둥이.
Yeah.
Age, and what else? What's another thing?
Another thing is you gotta check up all the time.
Yeah, communication is huge.
Communication is a big thing. Like, I think it was all in Korean. She was speaking really fast, but I think it was there's one girl. She was saying that Korean guy will have to, contact and check in with their girlfriend maybe 10 times a day.
Yeah,
I've heard that numbers that high. I think that's quite a bit. It's more than you might find in other places.
There's kind of a reason to go along with what you're saying, though. I've heard this is really interesting when I heard it. People are notoriously busy here.
Right.
Busy culture. People are in offices, have long working hours. So it's like, and in school too. It's not even from working age, from school too. I got to go to a lot of classes and stuff. So people don't have a lot of opportunity to meet each other if you're a couple.
Right.
So what does that mean? That means when you're texting, that's kind of like your date space. That's kind of like another space where it's sacred because.
You think so?
I've heard that before. I've heard that before, and I was like, wow. So it's like if you don't have the time, if your hands aren't busy, you can't even message back something for a little bit. then it's kind of an insult to the girl or guy.
I never knew that.
Yeah, it's
I've made
really
so many
interesting.
mistakes.
Yeah, so it's like that's kind of a sacred space because there aren't a lot of shared spaces for couples to interact together, especially before they graduate and become independent. Because people live with their parents.
Hey, this is a pretty good date space. We're in a gazebo right now in a park
Yeah.
in Hongdae. Very romantic.
Yeah, you're gonna take me on a date here?
Yes.
All right.
I'm the man in this relationship. I should take you on a date.
바람둥이다. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it gets excessive for me. It's one of the things I struggle with. Maybe I've mentioned before. I don't really like texting that much. If I'm going somewhere, I should say, okay, I'll text you when I arrive. Or if she's going somewhere, she'll be like, okay, I'll text you when I arrive. And so like every single interval of your day, it should be like bookended with text messages. That was kind of like a desperate laughter, like oh.
That's true. It's a laugh of recognition.
Right.
But I think, there's some comfort to that. I mean, if I'm with a girl and I like her, it's comforting to know that she kind of wants me to think about her,
Yeah.
But if you're not really into a girl or like you're just starting to date and she does that and requires that, then it's kind of a burden,
Right.
Yeah.
What's that? Was that 3? Age, 바람둥이, and
Contact.
checking in
Yeah.
on the contacts. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys tell us what do you know about that? What have you heard? And we can answer your comments.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, thanks, guys. 여기까지 할 겁니다. And see you in the next video. Got anything else to say?
다음에 더 봐요.
Yeah, 다음에 또 봐요. All right.